Good day, everyone. My name is Kądzielska, and this is Poland Daily Culture. Do you remember the person in your class who knew everything about something? My today's guest is the one. She knows almost everything about art. Justyna Napiórkowska is my today's guest. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Will you share some knowledge today with Poland Daily Culture?
With pleasure.
But at first, as always, let's start with some shots of the paintings which we're going to talk about. Justyna, you are an art historian. You studied at the Warsaw University and also at the University of Florence. But what is the most important, you are an art director at the Napiórkowska Gallery in Warsaw and in Brussels. And it's a beautiful, wonderful, and also very popular art gallery, especially in Warsaw. Tell us more about those places.
Well, we are an art gallery which was created by my mother, Katarzyna, who was always and is always very devoted to art. She loves artists. This is, I think, essential in our work. So after her studies, she first started to work in the so-called art gallery, one of the very few galleries at that time in Warsaw. And then she managed to open one of the first private art galleries in Warsaw. It was back in '89, so we had really the moment of big change, which occurred in Poland, and somehow my mom Katarzyna was really able to capture the moment, capture the energy also of this moment, and immediately she decided to sign all her activities with her own name. So she was working under this logo of her name, Katarzyna Napiórkowska Gallery.
Absolutely. And you have one feeling in Warsaw and one in Brussels. Tell us why Brussels.
Well, we opened our branch in Brussels nearly 10 years ago. Somehow we were following the idea of willing to showcase in the capital of Europe, in the center of Europe, in the heart of Europe, and somehow at the crossroad of Europe, because being in Brussels permits us not only to join the community of great art collectors, great artists, but also very active artistic life. We are just 1 hour by train from Paris, 1 hour from Amsterdam, few hours from Köln and from Düsseldorf. So we are very much in the center of the nowadays European art world, and we are trying to promote Polish contemporary artists upon the European public.
And how does it work? Are European audience interested in Polish art?
Well, of course, there is quite a lot of competition, and we are not supported by a very positive stereotype, if I can say that. So somehow we have to fight for the space for Polish art on the international art scene. Of course, there are artists who have been successful much ahead of current times. Those are the artists that we were also showcasing, like Magdalena Abakanowicz or Roman Opałka, who managed to make international career on the international art market. In fact, it was also one of the themes of my PhD thesis on international art market and how the promotion of artists on the international scene works. So somehow I had the opportunity to study from the theoretical point of view the background, the curricula of Polish artists in order to understand what to do to be able to showcase their art better to the European public. So I suppose that we managed to be quite successful in what we are doing. Of course, we are only in the mid-road, but the fact that the Belgian Queen visited our gallery is something that we do appreciate very much, and somehow we feel that Polish artists and Polish art scene is being also appreciated by the Belgian royal family.
That's fabulous. It's a great news to hear also that it's possible, and especially young artists are seen by the audience, the European audience altogether.
Of course, today there are no borders to art because art circulates through internet, through social media, but still there is quite a lot of promotion needed in order to professionalize the sector, to also capture the most important and really relevant artistic attitudes towards the international public. Internet and globalization permits to everyone to showcase worldwide, but the question is really to be able to capture the most important and most interesting artists and somehow put the spotlight on them and on their activity.
And you managed to do it absolutely great. We see it in Warsaw.
Small scale, but somehow we are happy to have also a great community of collectors worldwide. So somehow being in Brussels and in Warsaw permits us also to have contacts with the collectors in New York, in New Zealand, in Italy, in France, everywhere. And Polish painters are present in international collections. This is important because this is something that will overpass somehow the criterion of time. It's not only today, it's for much longer time. The presence of those artists is assured.
Hopefully, Polish art will be more and more present in all international collections all over the world. And it will be also due to Napiórkowska Gallery. And thank you for watching Poland Daily Culture.